Do you want to set it up, Charlie, or would you like me to do that? Why don't you tell the audience what Adventureland is about before we zoom into a clip?
Adventureland, I guess, is as far as I understand, it's a fairly biographical movie by the director Greg Mottola, about a summer he spent working in Adventureland, which is a fairground, and he meets Kristen Stewart. Well, the character does, and a romance ensues. And I'm nervous about giving away anything too much. So.
No, I don't think you're giving away too much to say that it's a young rap. So yeah, basically, he wants to go to college. His parents can't. His dad loses his job. He doesn't have the money. He has to go and work a summer in Adventureland. Adventureland is a horrible play park where none of the rides work properly. But on the other hand, he does get to meet the woman who you would know best as the star of Twilight, who you said stood up at the premiere of Twilight and looked spectacularly unimpressed by the fact that she was just starring in this fantastic. You actually said the kind of thing in which you wanted to say, "Come on."
She came in, and it was a big moment because Twilight, clearly a big picture, a wonderful thing to star in, and she couldn't sell it for all the tea in China. She had absolutely no idea what to say about anything to anybody, and you're thinking, come on, this is your big moment, impress us.
But she did a lot of anyway,
I'm really happy to be.
So he falls for her. She's a bit of a shoegazer. He falls for her. And anyway, here's a clip of the movie. Here's a clip.
Hey, do you have an ice pick I can jam into my ears? I can't listen to this song again.
I don't, but I do have this. Be cool with that.
Okay, thanks.
You had a date last night?
I wouldn't call it a date.
Not into M?
No, she's great. She's great. I don't know if I'm ready for a girlfriend yet. I'm kind of getting over a broken heart.
I hope you didn't tell her that, though.
Why?
You told her that, didn't you? James, no girl wants to hear about some other chick you're hard up for.
Right. They don't?
They don't. Look, I'm not saying never be vulnerable with a girl. Just saying, don't play that card first.
Wait, it's a card? Like a card?
There's some science to it. You're probably pretty good at science.
So that's Ryan Reynolds, I keep on calling him Philippe, who was last seen in The Proposal, which is terrible. It's directed by Greg Mottola, who is from the Judd Apatow stable, which is terrible. And it stars Jesse Eisenberg, who, of course, is in... not Noah in the Well, he's in The Squid in the Well. I was going to say he's in Noah in the Well. He plays bass, okay? And the film is really lovely. And I really like it. And it was one of those things when you went in and my expectations were kind of low. And I was really charmed by it. I thought it had a genuine sense of the awkwardness of young love. I thought it was genuinely funny. It doesn't have any of that nonsensical Judd Apatow potty-mouthed teenage boy. The fact is, teenage boys don't talk like the way the teenage boys do in Judd Apatow. The people who talk like that are Judd Apatow and the grown-ups who are, permanently infantilized. But actually,
does it treat women properly? Or are they all?
No, he does. He does, and that's the other thing is that in fact the woman with whom he falls in love, M, who is playing the sort of the introverted goth-like character with a darker side. I don't know whether you saw Band Slam, in which Vanessa Hudgens from the High School Musical is meant to be the sort of dark introverted goth, and bless her, she's a lot of things, but dark introverted goth isn't one of them. But you do actually get the sense this time that there is an interesting character, and she's conflicted, and she's got another relationship which is going on, which you believe in, and you believe she's trapped in a situation, and it's not one of those movies about some annoying adolescent spotty oik boy just having this kind of obsession with a two-dimensional woman about whom all his friends make potty mouth references, but actually he's in love. It is in fact a film about two people, and the best thing I can say about it is it reminded me very slightly of one of my favourite films, which is a lovely 1970s movie called Jeremy. You ever seen that?
No.
It's a fantastic movie. Went out as a supporting feature with Breakheart Parsons.
I haven't seen it either.
No, well, it's lovely. I think you can get it on DVD.
Justin,
I've never seen it.
No one's seen it.
You'd love it. It's because you're a smart guy. You'd love it. It's a really,
Charlie?
really good film. A
What
lot of
about
other
Justin?
people
Would we
love
like it?
And I now invite the listeners to text in and tell us that they have seen Jeremy and that I am right. It is an absolute charm. I thought
Can they
Adventureland
text in and say you're wrong?
They can, but I mean,
won't get read
why
out.
embarrass themselves on air? No, I mean, go ahead. Look silly. That's perfectly fine. I was really, really surprised by Adventureland. I thought I thought the jokes were funny. I thought the characters were believable. I thought the way the plot played out. I don't know how autobiographical it may or may not be, but it had the ring of truth about it. And I thought all the stuff about setting it in a fairground, which of course is a prime spot for horror movies. That whole idea about funfair and horror is very close together, was actually worked really well. Charlie.
No, I completely agree. I absolutely loved it. To be honest, I thought it was a film you weren't going to like. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched it while we were on tour in America, and I got kind of obsessed with it. It really struck a chord with me. Yeah, like I feel like I never had that kind of growing up experience that's in that film, and I don't know. It feels very romantic, and I read about it, and the director does claim that it is a story from him, and I think I think Kristen Stewart is amazing. I think she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah, she's really good in it. But she's a classic case of one of those people who on screen is doing really good, but apparently off screen is a little bit lost. But that's perfectly fine. You ever seen Robert De Niro interviewed? It's like a piece of cardboard. He can barely string two words together if he hasn't got a script.